Morning, Steve Reed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, there's a lot to digest today as far as number-wise are concerned. Not sure how much all this affects prices, but it's kind of stuff that we need to kind of rethink and look ahead as far as price discovery is concerned. First of all, overnight, bean price is up. We've got the May at 10.44, corn prices unchanged, the May at 3.87, and wheat's up about 4 cents at 4.51. I think that as far as beans are concerned, we're still trying to focus a little bit on the demand side and see if that's going to help overall situation. Yesterday the markets were down because of concern that China might retaliate on sanctions and lower their buying of U.S. beans. Corn market's unchanged. We've rallied since the USDA report, but now we're sitting here at a price level in which we now need to figure out what's going to happen to the 2018 U.S. corn crop. Wheat prices firming up a little bit. USDA estimated the crop 32% good to excellent versus 51 a year ago. And there are some rains forecasted for the eastern part of the hard red winter wheat areas, but the west still looks dry. And I think a lot of people are saying now that temperatures are warming up seasonally, those areas in the west need rains, or we could see a lower crop prospect there. But still, wheat price is still around 450, and there's just too much wheat in the world for us to see much of a rally. As far as South America is concerned, it looks like Argentina's finally going to get some rains, a little bit too late. And we're starting to get into the drier season in Brazil, so we have to watch that second corn crop in Brazil and see the impact there. Private guesses on the Argentina soybean crop is 40 million tons versus USDA's 47. And for Brazil, it's 115 million tons versus USDA's 113. For corn, Argentina's guess private is 32 versus the government's 36. And Brazil, 86 versus the government's 94.5. So we see a 5 million ton drop in bean production from a year ago and almost a 12 million ton drop in corn. And does that help us out or not? As far as going into the April 10th USDA report, most people are looking for our corn carryout a little bit bigger than USDA. We may not see the feed and residual and export number that the USDA is using. Maybe a little bit lower soybean carryout number because of a little bit higher export number, and about unchanged in the wheat. For 18 and 19, everybody's plugging in the new acres that the USDA is looking at, and for the most part looking at a carryout in corn around 1,600. That'll support prices, and the main thing is what are you going to put the crop at? Most people are down maybe 450 to 500 million bushels due to the lower acres. For beans, a huge spread between 330 and 485. And the difference is where are you going to put the crop and where are you going to put the crush. A lot of people think the crush will be higher, maybe as much as 70 million bushels this year due to the demand for meal until Argentina has their next crop next year. Not much change in the wheat and carryout, so again, not much there for the market to absorb. As far as the acres are concerned, historically, over the last 13 years, we've seen 8 years in which the corn acres have increased about 1 million acres and 4 years where they've dropped 1 million acres. In the beans, it's pretty much a push. 6 year, we've seen bean acres final up about 1.5 million. 7 years, they've been down about 1.5 million. So we would expect changes in these acres. A lot will depend on Mother Nature, and right now for the next 2 weeks looks to be cold across the Midwest with some showers off and on. So not a lot of planting will get done in the corn for at least the next 2 weeks. And does that change farmers' attitude on intentions? As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.